What's up, beautiful travelers? Happy Travel Tip Tuesday. This video is especially dedicated to my vegan and vegetarian followers, specifically the vegans. So if you're not vegan or vegetarian, you probably just don't need to watch this video at all, and you can just save yourself 10 minutes or so of your life by just skipping it, because it's probably not going to benefit you at all. But if you are interested in this lifestyle and you're just starting it and you're traveling to Peru and you don't know how to be vegan or vegetarian in a foreign country, then hopefully this video helps you so that you're better able to manage this whole eating situation when you're here. If you're vegan like me, then you guys know the struggle with people thinking that we're just a bunch of freaking rabbits and all we do is eat carrots and lettuce all day long. And that's really far from the truth. If you guys are especially on Instagram and you follow a lot of really amazing Instagram accounts with delicious food, oh my god, every time I get on Instagram my mouth literally waters. Like, it just starts watering. I'm like, oh my god, that cake looks so good and this looks so good. So you guys know that we're really not missing out on anything at all when it comes to food, and people have this misconception that, oh my god, vegans, what do you eat? Like, really? My food can be really amazing and it's healthy for you, so it's a win-win if you go the whole foods plant-based route, which you have junk food vegans, but that's another story. But anyway, so lucky for you, if you come to Lima has over 20 vegan restaurants, which is really great. I was really excited to find this out before I returned to Lima last year. And we have loads and loads of vegetarian restaurants as well, and you'll find them all throughout the country. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys 6 tips that will hopefully help you better manage this eating situation here in Peru. And the first tip is that, number 1, you need to check out my other Vida Sana channel. I have 3 YouTube channels, so I have this travel channel and I have 2 Vida Sana channels, one in English and one in Spanish. Choose whatever one you want to follow, the English one or the Spanish one, whatever language you feel most comfortable listening to my content in. But I have lots of vlogs where I have visited lots of vegan or vegan friendly or vegetarian restaurants in Lima in particular. I did go to one place in Paracas, and I am planning on visiting a few places when I travel to Cusco later on this month. So I will have videos on a few of these places just so that you guys can see what the food is like there, what the restaurant is like, how much the prices of the food is, and what else I have to comment on that restaurant based on my experience. So that will definitely give you a better idea of what to expect here in Lima or in Peru, and which places you can definitely go and check out, because it's always fun going to vegan restaurants abroad and just seeing what the cuisine there is like, especially when you have vegan restaurants that have those spices and those things that really influence the cuisine of that particular country. So there are a few restaurants here that do have some Peruvian influence to them, and then the other ones are very internationally influenced. But anyway, that's the first thing that you need to do. The second thing you need to do is, what's the saying? Plan to succeed or plan to fail. Something like that, right? So as a vegan, if you are an experienced vegan, then you know that you need to investigate ahead of time. And if you're just getting into this lifestyle, then yes, you always need to prepare in advance before you go and travel somewhere outside of your city, because you need to see what options are available to you in this new place. That way you're not stuck at the last minute trying to find some place to eat. So definitely check out my channel. That's one way that you can plan or prepare. There are a few sites that you can check out as well, so definitely Happy Cow, a lot of people know this one. Then you have the Spanish one called StefVeg, and this other one called Todo Vegano as well. And I will link those in the description of this video so you can go check them out. The last 2 are in Spanish, but that's basically what you're gonna have to deal with when you're trying to travel to Latin America and you want to find vegan or vegetarian places. You'll have to do the whole language barrier. But I know that a lot of web browsers translate, if you want them to, the content of whatever website you're going to, so that helps a lot. But definitely check out those sites to see what restaurants are available to you so that you can know which places are closest to you during your trip around the city. The third tip is that if you are stuck eating at a place that is not exclusively vegetarian or vegan, then you basically get stuck with french fries, salad, rice, and beans. Maybe some potatoes. That's basically what you get to eat here, because a lot of Peruvian cuisine revolves around fish, milk, cheese, meat, chicken. It just really has to be some kind of meat on one of our dishes. There are a few typical dishes that we do have that don't involve animal products, but for the most part, that's basically what you have to deal with. Number 4 is that when you order beans or seasoned rice, that you definitely ask whether or not there was any kind of lard or any kind of meat in contact with your beans. Sometimes they kind of use beans and the oil from cooking some kind of meat to season the beans a bit. You know, they use, like, for example, if I'm frying some kind of red meat on a frying pan, then I'll use the oil from that meat that I fried, and I will add that to my pot with my beans to give it a special flavor. So definitely ask to make sure that that didn't happen. And if you order seasoned rice, again, it's the same thing. We have here a typical dish called arroz con pollo, or arroz a la jardinera, which is this green rice and chicken dish or a yellow rice and chicken dish. And basically part of the process of preparing that dish is that they fry the chicken, and then they use that same oil from the chicken to help start seasoning the pot for the rice as well. And they'll add all the color stuff and the veggies and stuff and make the rice. But essentially the rice has the oil that the chicken was fried in. So as a vegan, you know that that is disgusting and unacceptable, because you do not want to have your food come in contact with anything that came from an animal. For non-vegans, they don't think that it's such a big deal that, oh, you can just take off the meat and, hey, no, you know, no meat. No, okay? It doesn't work like that. As a vegan, you can taste the difference, and for me at least especially, it's disgusting. I had a really bad experience with a sweet potato, a baked sweet potato. I'm just gonna get into it. I'm just gonna digress for a bit. My aunt she was eating some kind of Chinese flavored seasoned chicken thing with her fingers, and then she touched the potato and she put it back, and then she never ate it. And hours later, when I wanted to eat it and I had forgotten about this, when I was eating it, I was like, wait, there's something different about this potato. What is going on here? And then I remembered that she had touched it, and I was like, oh, that's why it tastes so nasty. And I was amazed that it tasted disgusting to me, because I didn't think that it would be a big deal either after I was kind of like processing it. But yeah, my taste buds are totally different. I can sense it, and it was gross. No way. The 5th thing is that you have to be careful with veggie burgers, because a lot of times veggie burgers doesn't mean vegan. We all know this. If we're vegan, we generally know we have to be careful with veggie burgers, because they can contain egg or maybe some kind of whey powder protein type stuff. So you have to be careful with veggie burgers, but especially here, because again, veganism is new to some places. So some places will offer veggie burgers, but then they'll cook the veggie burger on the same grill as the meat. So it'll basically cross-contaminate. And again, going back to the last tip, like, you don't want that as a vegan. You don't want the nasty flavors from the meat touching your veggie burger, even if the veggie burger is vegan. And unfortunately, I was so excited a few weeks back when there was this sandwich place near my house that was promoting these veggie burgers, and they were like, oh yeah, veg. And I was so excited, and I went there, and then when I went there, I asked, hey, where do you cook the veggie burgers? Like, is it on the same grill or is it on a separate grill? And they were like, oh no, it's all on the same grill. And I was like, gotta be kidding me. But again, you know, these people don't see it as a big deal because they don't really know about veganism. So for them, it's no big deal. It's basically a veggie burger here is just a healthier burger. That's how they see it. So be careful for that. And tip number 6 is that when all else fails, fruit is your friend. So if you are a raw vegan, or if you have ever experimented with raw veganism, then you're probably really comfortable with the idea of just having fruit-only meals. I know I'm totally comfortable. If I can't have food available to me, I'm perfectly fine eating fruit. But if you're not, then fruit is your friend, and you just have to experiment with that, see how it goes for you. I can have a banana meal and just have 6 to 10 bananas in one sitting without a problem, depending on the size of the bananas, and that's fine by me if it's gonna help me get through until the next meal when I can actually have a nice proper meal. But you know, if you can't find any food that's safe to eat, then that may have to be your only option. And it's perfectly fine, I think, because you're in Peru and you definitely need to take advantage of the delicious fruit here. If you have not seen any of my vlogs on exotic fruit that you need to try here in Peru, then definitely click on the videos that will be up here somewhere. I don't know where they'll be, but they'll be here somewhere. And go check those out, because you have to take advantage of the time that you have here and try all these different fruits and make a fruit meal out of it. Why not? The only thing that I may foresee with having eating fruit-only meals is if you have really juicy fruits during wintertime or cold seasons in Peru, depending on where you're traveling to. Then those really juicy fruits, they have the natural ability of cooling the body down. That's why they're very juicy, is to cool you down. That's why in the summertime we all get motivated to naturally want to have fruits and very refreshing fruits, right? So when that happens, that may bring your body temperature down and you may feel a little cold. But I still eat fruit-only meals, sometimes juicy meals. I really love tangelos here, and I'll eat them in the winter because they're in season then for a while, and they're very juicy and they cool me down, but I just wear a robe or something. I'm like, forget this, I love this fruit, I'm gonna eat it anyway. So that's just something that you can look out for there. Okay, so that's it for this video, my vegan and vegetarian peeps. I really hope that this has helped you out and that you feel so much better about eating vegan or vegetarian in Peru. There are tons and tons of vegetarian restaurants throughout Peru, so you can always modify the food in some way to suit your vegan needs if you're vegan. Vegetarian is seen here as a healthier alternative to Peruvian food or meals in general, so you will find quite a number of them just because people think that that's healthier and they want to be healthy, and that's why they go to these places. In fact, a lot of vegan restaurants in Peru sometimes advertise themselves as vegetarian just because people feel much more comfortable with that label of vegetarian as opposed to vegan. So they think, oh, vegetarian, that's healthy, yeah, I'm gonna go be healthy and I'm gonna eat this, when in fact a lot of vegan restaurants are actually vegan, but they have the vegetarian sign outside the restaurant. So also look out for that. Don't get discouraged if you see vegetarian restaurants, because they could in fact be 100% vegan. So if you have liked this video today, definitely give it a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from, subscribe to my channel to see more videos on travel tips around Peru. Definitely subscribe to my other Vida Sana channels to learn more about health and nutrition and well-being and emotional good stuff, and share this video with your vegan and vegetarian friends. Even if you're a non-vegan and or a non-vegetarian and you're still watching this because you love watching me ramble, and I really appreciate that, but share it with all your vegan and vegetarian friends that may be traveling to Peru or they're interested, or even if they're not, maybe by watching this video they'll become interested in traveling to Peru. Leave me any comments in the comment section of this video to let me know what you thought about this video and what your experience in Peru was like as a vegan or vegetarian. Follow me on social media so we can stay in touch, or you can give me suggestions. I always appreciate that and try to keep that in consideration. So yeah, thank you so much for your time once again. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.